What's going on, guys? Daniel from CoinSpots here. And I know I haven't been active, for the past couple of days. I've still been trying to, get some kind of YouTube schedule going on. I don't know if I could be doing the daily videos every single day of the week. So maybe, it'll turn out to be 3 days a week. I still have to find, some type of schedule that works for me. Um, but yeah, so sorry for the lack of content. I'm doing my best to try to keep getting these videos out really. So due to my absence, we have quite a few things to talk about. Um, Bitcoin has continued to go absolutely crazy. We hit almost 12,000, or I think on some exchanges we actually did hit 12,000. Um, But what's kind of crazy is that right now there's just such a high demand for crypto that people, everyday people, right? Your uncle, your friend, whatever, they're buying up crypto. Um, as we could see right here, they pretty much just bought the dip. This was kind of around Thanksgiving, where about 100,000 Coinbase accounts, new Coinbase accounts were registered during the Thanksgiving Day weekend. And, people started putting in probably a couple $100 worth of Bitcoin. And, so many people put in those small amounts that they pretty much, kept the price from dipping down like low, right? And that's pretty much what we're seeing now. um, you know, Once people bought and they're seeing their investment go up, they're buying more. And when they see that investment go up, they're going to continue to buy more. And I think that kind of, over exuberance of, new people into the market is kind of what is keeping the Bitcoin price um, above 10,000. Um, And it's actually interesting because, as much as I think we need a correction, and I mean, really, the market tells us we need a correction because, if we zoom out to the daily chart, Bitcoin is still on the top of this channel. And I don't know what happened to my, oh, there we go. My RSI and MACD got, they were gone for a second. Um, Bitcoin has just been, hovering on this, 80 plus RSI for a couple days now. And the MACD is super overextended. I mean, we're seeing a little downturn here. That doesn't necessarily mean that this is the top per se. And that's simply because we've got the CME futures um, coming out December 18th, right? Confirmed date, they tweeted this out. December 18th, they are starting Bitcoin futures um, on their trading platform. And this is interesting because it's pretty much right around the holidays. So people are going to be getting back together, and just like over the Thanksgiving, holiday, families are going to be talking about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general, and that's going to cause more people to sign up, right? On top of the futures being launched, which could either um, people could either go long or they could either short it. We'll see what the market sentiment is for the people who are involved in the futures trading. But I think overall, a lot of things are pointing for this Bitcoin bull run to keep going, right? Just the other day, we've had 6 out of the 7 apps on or trending apps on the App Store have something to do with cryptocurrency, right? Coinbase, GDAX, Bittrex. I don't know why these are here. They don't have an app, but Blockfolio, cryptocurrency, right? So this is definitely showing that people are getting intrigued, right? Also, there's been a ton of press on cryptocurrency, right? CNBC, I believe, did like a short segment on like how to buy your first, Bitcoin, and some guy like took you through the process of Coinbase and stuff like that. Um, I don't, we're not at the stage of full adoption yet, but it's definitely turning people's heads now. So all of these factors, as well as salt, right? If you don't know what salt is, it's basically a cryptocurrency lending platform. Don't get it confused with BitConnect. Nothing like BitConnect at all. Basically, what it does is it allows you to use your cryptocurrency, so specifically Bitcoin, when it launches, as a collateral for a loan. So the Salt guys are pretty much going to be holding your Bitcoin, and you're going to be able to get a loan in your fiat currency. And basically, what I could see people doing here is lending out their Bitcoin, getting that loan in fiat, and reinvesting it back into crypto. Now, as much as a bad decision as I think that is, that's probably what a lot of people are going to do with this platform. Obviously, they have to go through a lot of regulation because lending services are very, very regulated in the United States, and they have to be compliant with a ton of laws. So we'll see if salt goes through. Right, there's been a nice little price move up in salt. I was just watching. Right, we're going to the moon right now, but this is most likely due to the fact salt is launching sometime in December, and the combination of the salt launching, the CME futures, and just everyone or families getting together for um, the Christmas holiday, we very well could see um, Bitcoin continue its bull run, even though we are super overextended. Um, so that being said, I think that you know we should also be considering what's going to happen when this bull run dies out. I know I've talked about this quite a bit in my previous videos, but I think it's important to keep mentioning because people believe that this run is going to last forever when it really isn't, right? If we take a quick look at coin market cap, refresh it just to be exact, we've got a market cap of $333 billion. Um, and I think that is extremely high right now, simply because with this run of pretty much Bitcoin and all of the altcoins and all of the forks of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, adding a $5 billion valuation into the market, right? There's a lot of speculation in this, more so than ever, pretty much. And I think when the correction comes, these market caps and prices will be adjusted accordingly. And not to mention we have the whole BitConnect and Tether kind of problems going on. I'll probably be doing a segment on Tether in the coming days, but Tether, there's a lot of controversy behind it. Do they have the $1 for every single tether they have? Right? Is every single tether backed by a single dollar, or is each tether backed by a single dollar? I should say. And then obviously the whole you know BitConnect thing, where some people say it's a Ponzi, other people don't. Right? Most likely it is. I don't, BitConnect is not going to be sustainable. So this is almost $2 billion in the market cap that could just vanish. Just with the snap of a finger, it could vanish. Um, And in addition to that, this extremely high evaluation of all of these coins. Um, so when you think about it, a 50% pullback on Bitcoin, even though it might be a lot, um, it's something that's needed, right? And I think going into 2018, we should have that mindset. And right now, we should be focused on taking some profit because as much or as great as this run has been, you have to understand that it will correct at some time, and having the ability to take profits now and psychologically um, telling yourself, right, having a mental note to be able to take profits is going to help you definitely in the long run, because a lot of people say they have made whatever 10 15x gains, but those gains aren't locked in because they're not in fiat, right? At the end of the day, the only time your gains matter are when that money is in fiat money and it's in your bank account or in your hand. If you've bought one Bitcoin at in the beginning of this year when it was $1,000 and you've 10x your money currently, well, yes, you've 10x your money, but those profits aren't locked in, right? And I think that's the biggest issue. I guess I could call it an issue with cryptocurrency holders in general, because everyone is bullish on Bitcoin and they say, oh yeah, Bitcoin's going to go up to 100,000 in 5 years. I have no doubt about that, but the whole strategy and the mindset of taking profits now is important, because what when Bitcoin reaches 100,000 per coin, you're going to keep telling yourself, no, it's going to go higher than that, and you're just going to keep holding, and you won't be able to take profits, right? So taking small profits now, little by little, will help you in the long term, because you'll be accustomed to doing it, right? Whether it's 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5% of your portfolio, that's fine. Um, so just make sure that you take a little bit of profits now. And I think that's kind of the most important thing to take away from this. Do it before the correction, even if you want to hold out those 50% dips, which are going to be painful to hold, especially if you've seen your portfolio growing for the past couple months. Um, but then also remember the whole tax implications on selling your crypto. I might do a segment on that as well in the future, but you're gonna have to talk to an accountant or someone like that who knows the laws. Um, there's some information online, so I've recently been reading a couple articles and stuff about that. So as I said, I might do a segment on it in the future, but don't take my word for it. Talk to a professional about what tax implications you're going to have when you sell your cryptocurrency into fiat, right? Because actually, I don't have the tweet pulled up, but uh, the other day, Coinbase actually had to give over account information to the IRS for I think it was 14,000 users. That might have been too high, but um, for a specific number of users who've bought more than 20,000 Bitcoin using Coinbase, right? The IRS demanded Coinbase to give over their information, right? Address, social security, etc., right? Because now um, the government is seeing this as a real way to make money. Um, and I mean, as much as right now it's still kind of a gray area where if the IRS really wanted to, they could put a face to the Bitcoin wallet and kind of track you down, but it's not something that right now is going to be, you know, super, or the IRS isn't really going to be doing that right now. Um, and that's simply because this is just the early stages of it, right? They would have to mandate every single exchange to do that, to give over that information so they could see what people are making. But I mean, right now, for the most part, technically, you don't have to pay taxes on your gains if you're just holding it in Bitcoin, right? And then if you spend that Bitcoin with like a cryptocurrency debit card. But I mean, in the future, it definitely will change. Um, so yeah, takeaway from this video is make sure you guys take some profits at these levels because it'll definitely do you good in the long run. Um, I'm excited to see where this goes. I've pretty much just been riding this wave up, you know, the Bitcoin and the altcoins that I'm in. Um, I haven't, bought anything really because I'm a little bit more conservative with my trades, and I'm pretty much just waiting for the correction, which I know is going to happen, and a lot of other people know it's going to happen. When there is fear everywhere, when people on Twitter are panicking that the world is going to end because of this cryptocurrency crash, that is when I'm going to be deploying the majority of my money, or honestly, all of the money that I have, waiting to be invested in crypto. That's when I'm going to be deploying it. That's what I'm waiting for. Um, when there's fear, when there's blood on the streets, right? When you see those YouTube videos with blood on the streets and cryptocurrency, you know what I'm talking about if you've been in the market for a couple months, honestly. Back in September, when every day there was double-digit losses for crypto, that's when you're going to want to look to be buying. So, if you'll at all listen to me, just I would say wait. Don't get in on any positions right now. Wait until there's a ton of fear before you deploy your capital. Um, so yeah, you know, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Um, as I said, I'm going to be, trying to come up with a schedule. Um, I don't know if they're going to be daily videos. It might be, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then maybe like Saturday and Sunday, I'll put out, some type of video. Maybe it's a coin review video. Um, because I've been honestly this weekend doing quite a bit of research into a couple coins such as Stellar, Walton, um, Ripple a little bit, not so much, and just a few other ones, uh, simply because I'm kind of switching up my portfolio allocation right now. That might be another video to come in the future, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.